to this edition of the Bloodyard Video Diary. Lots of different stuff to talk to you about today, such as how our live rehearsal went, news about Ozzy Osbourne, some really exciting underground metal news, and also introducing the Bloodyard Gear segment, where I get to talk to you about stuff I use on stage. So let's get rolling with Bloodyard news. Okay, well, the biggest news this week from Bloodyard is the release of our new double EP, where what we've done is taken the Set to Fall EP and the Darker Rage EP and put all the songs on one disc, as you can see. So it's got 8 tracks, 4 of each, and it includes the front cover of Set to Fall, the front cover of Darker Rage, and then on the inside we have the back cover of Set to Fall, and behind the CD we have the back cover from Darker Rage, available through our website www.bloodyard.uk. Go there, get yourself your copy. Now, to celebrate us launching this EP, we did a live rehearsal. Hopefully plenty of you saw it. It was great fun. It's the first time we've ever done anything like that with our rehearsals. In fact, we don't usually let any people into our rehearsals. So to get a live streaming camera in there, we were all really nervous before it started, but we all really enjoyed it in the end. And we had lots of comments and interaction from people, and we loved it. Reached as far as Finland and even the USA. We're going to hopefully be doing a lot more of those. Like the page, subscribe, get notifications, because we don't want you to miss out on any of that. Especially not with HRH Metal coming up, where we are planning to do quite a lot of videos, live stuff, backstage, just so you guys can see what we get up to at an event as awesome and big as HRH Metal is. Now, speaking of HRH Metal, after we posted these set times the other week, there has been some changes. Luckily, ours hasn't changed. We are still on at 8:45 on the second stage on the Sunday. There's been a few changes. I believe Bloodyard have been added to the Saturday lineup. You have King Creature now headlining the third stage on the Sunday. It's a great little venue. We played there 2017, last time we did HRH Metal, and it was amazing. And on our stage, the biggest news is that Bloodshot Dawn have taken a set lower down, and now headlining, playing after us, is our stablemates from Enzo Management, Blood Oath. So get yourselves to stage 2 on Sunday. Bloodshot Dawn, Bloodyard, Blood Oath, blood all over the place. It's gonna be awesome. And in other festival news, Thrashosaurus have announced their day splits, and of course we are playing. We are on the Sunday playing alongside Impavidus, Kinasis, I hope I've said that right, guys, and Blood Oath again, and headlining that day is the amazing Shrapnel. Watched them a few years ago at Hammerfest. They were awesome. Included, as well as obviously the Saturday, you've got Divine Chaos headlining there with Balls Deep, Bullriff Stampede, Incinerate, and just so many other bands across the weekend. That's down in Norwich at the Brickmakers. So yeah, go Facebook, Thrashosaurus, and make sure you don't miss it. Okay, some mainstream metal news now, because these are all huge announcements. First off is the sad news that Ozzy Osbourne has had to cancel basically all of his European dates. From the statement that he released, he's got chest infections and bronchitis, and nobody wants that to lead on to pneumonia and the flu. Looks like the dates are going to be getting rescheduled to September. So, sad news for everybody that's bought a ticket, but we hope Ozzy gets well soon. On top of that, AC/DC and Brian Johnson look to have reunited, with news coming out that Brian Johnson has been recording a new album with them. Over the moon to hear this. I'm a huge Brian Johnson fan myself, so glad to hear that he's still going and hasn't had to retire. And thirdly has been the most recent download announcements. I've got to say, this has got to be the best download lineup for a long time. even the smallest things, the Dogtooth stage headliners, are enough reason to go to the festival itself. You've got At the Gates, Carcass and Municipal Waste headlining on the 3 separate days. What more could you want? Oh yeah, Tool, Slipknot, Whitesnake, Def Leppard. Too many to mention. It's going to be a great weekend. We're hoping to get along. We'd love to play, but we're going to be there with fans anyway. So I hope to see a lot of you there too. In the underground metal news this week, so excited to see that not only are Deified back in the recording studio, so are Footprints in the Custard. They are going to be 2 records that you're not going to want to miss. Deified's going to be heavy and groovy, and Footprints will be amazing and no doubt hilarious as well. So I'll be keeping an eye on those. Make sure you do it as well. On top of that, the amazing news that Jonestown have joined the Enzo family. So welcome. You are going to love working with Rachel and all her crew. We do. She's great. They're all great. Welcome aboard. Okay, so I'm going to talk now about some of the gear that we use in Bloodyard. And this is probably, after my guitars, the most important piece of gear I use, which is my Korg AX3000G effects pedal. As you can see, it's got your 4 main different effects across the front, expression pedal on the side, all your different dials and settings across the top, and your LCD display screen here. On the back you have all the usual power input, effects return and sends, outputs, level, MIDI, and your digital output. I've had this pedal for, at the same time I've been in Bloodyard. It was actually Donna that recommended this pedal to me because it's the one she has as well, and after playing with hers for a few weeks I liked it, so I got myself one. And the options and range of effects, EQs and sounds you can make on it are just unending. So I fiddled with it, played with it, and got the sounds I like, and this is the one I've used ever since, and it has never let me down, and I cannot complain, and I can't recommend it enough. There's probably newer models out there, because I've had this 7 or 8 years now, so yeah, there's probably new ones out there, but I'm happy with this, and I will definitely look at its successor when time comes to buy a new one. So I'll get it plugged in and I'll give you some examples of where I use the different sounds and effects. Okay, so before we start, I'd like to introduce you to my Explorer. I call her Christina, and I've owned this guitar for 22 years now, and it is the easiest and most comfortable guitar to play. So the first sound I'll go through is my heavy distortion, the one that I use all the time. I do quite like a trebly sound so that I can get pinch harmonics and natural harmonics, sort of Dimebag Darrell, Zach Wild style. Which means I leave a lot of the bass sound to Dave. He's a bass player, it's his job. So yeah, as an example of my distortion, here is the intro riff to Epitaph. And the next sound on the list that I use is my heavy distortion with chorus. Which I mostly use on solos and the lead guitar parts, such as the Epitaph solo. For this sound I have the volume slightly higher and the chorus sound itself just makes it stand out more from the usual distortion. So, you know when I'm doing the lead bit. The third sound is one that use more on our older stuff. The new stuff I've managed to not include much clean on it, but remember tracks like Dead Relics and Sacred to None, they both have clean intros, this one being Sacred to None. So there you go, that's my clean sound with, again, it's louder because it has to punch through, especially when Matty and Dave are playing at the same time, with chorus and a very small amount of delay on it, just to give it that, not necessarily echoey, but a grander clean sound. Okay, and the final one that I use, I tend to stick to 4 because you get 4 banks on this pedal, and it is one that I simply use just to jazz up the odd riff here and there, and that is the good old trusty flanger, which features on a couple of tracks, Molest the Flesh and one of our new songs, Mortem. Just has a small example of that. So that's it for my pedal. There's so much more that you can do with this pedal, but those are the main 4 I use, especially for live shows. I do tend to experiment and mess around a bit when I'm sat at home or in the studio, but for live, keep things simple, less likely to go wrong. Okay, well that's everything we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to comment below with anything you want to ask us, and we will hopefully include it in further editions of the video diary. Make sure you like and subscribe as well, because we don't want you to miss out on anything to do with Bloodyard and what we get up to. Again, with HRH coming up, we're going to be making such a big deal out of it. We want you to join in, even if you can't be there yourselves. Always check the website, www.bloodyard.uk, Facebook and our Instagram, just to keep up to date with everything we have to show you. And until next time, see you around.